Another concern in Alaska, the impact climate change is having on villages on the western coast. Kivalina is a very small town just above the Arctic Circle. Beach erosion is accelerating, and the federal government predicts it could be underwater in 10 years. We get more now from Libby Casey in Anchorage. Libby.
John, Kivalina is one of a handful of coastal villages here experiencing climate change not as an idea, but as a reality. Eventually, the residents will have to move. And that's not easy for a community that has no roads leading to it. You can only get there by boat or by plane, or in the winter by snow machine or dog sled. And moving isn't just a change of address. For the people of Kivalina, it means a change in their way of life.
Make sure they don't suffer, the animals don't suffer.
Inupiaq Eskimo Larry Adams relies on the sea and land for his food and his way of life, hunting most of what he eats. But that's getting harder.
I used to be able to recognize the current and the weather, when it's going to change, because my grandpa was showing me. But now today, it's real unpredictable because of the ice change, and it don't get us sick. It's not safe no more. And it's scary. It's real scary.
That ice change on the Chukchi Sea has made it impossible for the men of the village to spend spring hunting season out on the thinning ice. It's a tradition they've kept alive for thousands of years.
This past 5 years alone, I see a decline in our bearded seal take for the whole year. Like this year, my family just got one. Normally we end up with 14 or 15 bearded seal in our family.
Alaska may be the last frontier, but its Arctic coast is the front line of climate change.
It's just melting like butter on a really warm day.
University of Alaska Anchorage engineering professor Tom Ravens measures Alaska's coastline and says Kivalina's land is rapidly eroding as seawater warms and dissolves the partially frozen earth, called permafrost.
Historically, in the fall, there would be lots of sea ice present along the coast. And when these fall storms came in, they would sort of buffer the land so that it wouldn't be so bad. But now the ice forms much, much later.
Not only is it harder for hunters, but the village is in increasing danger.
There's no safe place to go, right? In western Alaska, those villages are not connected by a road system, so evacuations are not possible when storms come in outside of their communities.
As Kivalina's tribal council chief, Millie Hawley has to help figure out what to do.
I worry about the entire community and our life safety, especially our children and our elders.
400 people live here, more than a third of them school children, and some of the 85 houses are in danger of falling into the sea.
So they could lose their stability under their house.
Yes, they can. If you look at the whole village, there's really no place to relocate this home.
The Army Corps of Engineers estimates Kivalina has about a decade until it's uninhabitable. There is a proposal to move 7 miles away onto the mainland with a price tag of more than $100 million, but the community is undecided. Moving is a daunting and sad prospect.
This place identifies us as a people.
So if you move,
then we lose our identity. We lose who we are.
Larry Adams says he can't imagine moving, even a few miles away, farther from the Chukchi Sea.
I'll help them move, but I'm not gonna leave. Me personally, I want to die here.
because it's home?
It's home. It's my home.
But Kivalina's people may have no choice as some of the first victims of climate change.
John, there's another village called Newtalk that's farther along in its process of relocating, and many people hope that it could be an example of how to go through this challenging experience. And experts say this is happening in Alaska, but it won't stay here. As climate change continues, they expect to see communities in coastal states like Florida, Louisiana, also New England having to grapple with some of these same questions. John?
All right, Libby, thanks.